What's up, everybody? My name is Ben, and today we have Strongman news. What has been perhaps the most extraordinary weekend in Strongman history, with both the Britain's Strongest Man and the Santa Monica Arnold Pro on the same day. Both competitions went down on Saturday, and let me get this right, the 19th of January 2020. So that is Britain's Strongest Man 2020 and the Santa Monica Arnold Pro 2020. Two enormous competitions with some stacked lineups. The first one we're going to talk about is Britain's Strongest Man, something close to my heart, being a British person. I want to see who the strongest man in this country is, because at the moment, with the lineup for this year's one, it was hard to tell who that was going to be. Let's talk through this insanely stacked lineup and see who there was. First of all, we had three World's Strongest Man final competitors in Adam Bishop, Luke Stoltman, and Tom Stoltman. That is three World's Strongest Man finalists in the same country. That is impressive, and I'm not sure that any other country had three people in. Actually, yes, America was the only other country with three competitors in the final. So Britain must be doing pretty well. In addition to that, you had the legend Terry Hollands, a previous Britain's Strongest Man and World's Strongest Man competitor. Mark Felix, an absolute legend with an insane deadlift and world-class grip. And then on the rise, you had Luke Richardson, powerlifting legend and one of the youngest people to ever total 1,000 kilos in powerlifting, and to do that completely raw. Also, Ben Brunning, who gave Kiliaskowski a run for his money in the World Tour Finals later last year. Also, a load of other competitors that are world class, and if the events are right, could easily have won this. So really, people were saying names that anyone could have won. It really was open, and the competition delivered, because we had events like the log medley. Just try and remember, log medley, deadlift for reps, loading race, Conan's wheel, and Atlas stones all in the same day. Lots of fast-paced events, and it was definitely going to be a race to the line. So what ended up happening was, as expected, the three World's Strongest Man finalist competitors, Adam Bishop, Luke Stoltman, and Tom Stoltman, were very close, very evenly matched. And it was actually Adam Bishop who came away with a very narrow margin over Tom Stoltman in second and then Luke Stoltman in third. But they were switching places all over. And realistically, it could have gone anyone's way. When it came down to the stones, it was all to play for. And Adam Bishop put together a phenomenal run, with Tom Stoltman actually getting the world record for the stone run, which he did in 16 seconds. So that was 5 stones working up to 180 kilograms in just 16 seconds. This guy's the Usain Bolt of the strongman world. I don't even know if it is physically possible to do it quicker than that. But maybe in the years to come, we may see something even quicker than that. So it really was an incredible day for strongman. And congratulations to Adam Bishop on becoming the new Britain's Strongest Man, which is a title that has actually been pretty hard to get, since you've had the likes of Eddie Hall winning it 5 times in a row. I'm pretty sure it was in a row. And then Graham Hicks was the previous winner, another amazing, phenomenal strongman. And if anything, it just shows that in the years to come, Britain's Strongest Man is going to be a tough competition to win, because I can only see the standard getting higher and higher as some of these young guys get better. If we now look overseas, in LA, the Santa Monica Arnold Pro, which was the last strongman competition that you could do to qualify for the big Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio. So there was so much on the line, and we had the reigning World's Strongest Man, Martins Licis, and Brian Shaw, 4 times World's Strongest Man, both gunning for a place in that Arnold show, because neither of them had qualified and they'd left it to the last minute. So they both had a lot to prove on this occasion. No one was going to be holding back, and they were both going for it. Again, the lineup was absolutely insane. We had Martins Licis, Brian Shaw, Alexei Novikov, who has shown last year that he is an incredible strongman. I think in this competition he had a bit of a back injury, so he didn't perform to his usual very high standard. But if he had done, this would have been an absolutely crazy competition. Jerry Pritchett, a world-class deadlifter, along with Arnold, another world-class deadlifter. Everyone who was competing at that Santa Monica show was an incredible athlete. So points could have gone all over the place in this one. They started off again with a log press for reps. Some questionable performances, but on the whole, very competitive again. And it was actually a guy that I've never heard of called Maxime Boudreau, who came out of nowhere and won the log press very surprisingly with 5 repetitions, absolutely blowing everyone out of the water. Even the likes of Rob Kearney, who is an insane log presser, just getting pipped for second. So really an incredible performance. Then next up were incredibly heavy farmers carries, 400 pounds per farmer. So that's a total of 800 pounds that they had to move across the boardwalk and back. Some guys were really struggling with this, and Martins Licis put down an incredibly fast performance that then got beaten by Maxime Boudreau again. So Boudreau was having a phenomenal day. Everyone else was just blown away by his first 2 performances, and you could tell that Martins and Brian were starting to sweat because they did not expect this to happen. They thought it was going to be a Licis Shaw showdown, but then Boudreau's come out of nowhere and has taken the first 2 events. The third event was a bag over bar, a bag run up to 80 pounds over a 15-foot bar that they had to throw. An incredibly technical event, which if you're not switched on, could turn into a nightmare, as you could chuck those bags miles down the boardwalk and have to run over and get them and bring them back all in 60 seconds. Brian Shaw, being the mammoth that he is, flung over all of them apart from the 80-pound bag, putting him in first place. But then out of nowhere, Boudreau again managed all the bags bar the 80-pound bag, but in a faster time. So he took the event victory on that one. Absolutely incredible performance, and this guy was blowing everyone away. I can safely say that everyone watching was in shock at this guy's dominant performance. But it then came down to the deadlift for reps, and having a field as stacked as this one, with so many great deadlifters, Boudreau did drop a couple points, and Licis and Shaw did start to reel him back in. So it all came down to the last event, which was the sandbag medley, with Boudreau in front and Brian and Martins very close second and third together. It was all to play for again. Coming down to the very last event. And out of the blue, from third place, Martins Licis managed to take the victory ahead of Brian Shaw with Boudreau in third. It was so close, they had to get everyone involved and do a count back to see who had actually won. Everyone was kind of just standing there wondering what had happened after that final bag, and they needed a kind of WWE announcement when they finally worked out who'd actually won. A crazy performance, an amazing comeback from Martins Licis and Brian Shaw to reel Boudreau back in. And you've got to give credit to him. The man had a very good performance, and hopefully we see more of him in the years to come. Because honestly, to put a performance like that together, beating these former world's strongest men by quite a few points at the beginning, is impressive in itself. So hopefully we do see more of him in the future. And we've got to give credit to Martin's Licis for having just the mental toughness to come back, absolutely smoke those sandbags, and then take home the victory and qualify for the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio, where he'll be going against the mountain Thor Bjornsson to see if he can turn his second place finish from last year into a first place finish. So that'll be very exciting to watch. I think that's in March. But Strongman has got so much going on this year, so many competitors, and just people coming out of the blue that are very exciting to watch. So for all Strongman fans, you cannot complain. It's an exciting era to be in. And well done to everyone competing over the Britain's Strongest Man competition and the Arnold Santa Monica, because you all did amazing and it was an absolute pleasure to watch it all unfold. I've been Ben, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.